Hey everybody, welcome back to the second half of Into Space.
Yeah.
We are playing DreadLore. It's a new ttrpg that focuses on immersive role playing instead of dice rolling most of the times. Tonight we have myself, Drizzle. We've got Ken. We've got Andrea. We've got Daniel. We got Jazzy Cabbage. We got Max. All of us are actors in our arbiter, Bill Bunkum's game.
Yeah.
All the music you're hearing tonight is brought to you by all lowercase letters and Mr. Interrupt. We'd like to thank the Patreon peeps, Nostalgic, Natalia Cline, Tim Roberts, and Daniel Hoker. All the beautiful stuff you see on your screen and just the fact that you're seeing us is brought to you by Couchfire Media.
Couchfire Media.
And we'd also like to thank T-Reblade Productions.
We have to never talk about them ever again.
Whatever they do.
Also, thanks to the sponsor. Who was that again, Holker?
A new mound of dirt that has appeared down the street from your house.
Thank you, oh ye mound of dirt. You guys are in a firefight. It was a firefight.
Fire.
Fire. Dolby has just
Fire.
ordered Wilhelm Vesper, who's in cerebral control of Johnny 25, this massive mech, to reverse course, come around the bend, and try to blow the hell out of the 10 AWOL Space Marines that are out to blow him to hell. Still the player turn. We're on Katrina, and we're on Silas. So, Silas, since you're on Overwatch, I'm gonna have you go last, so you'll have seen what everyone else is doing. Kind of have that edge. Katrina, you're in the hoose, the southern, southwestern room. You can feel the heat from the room next to you, as it is ablaze. And then there's the room you just came from, which is filled with dust and bullets at present. So, Katrina, action's on you. What are you doing?
I am going to start running through the fire of the flames. No, I'm just kidding.
You are a player. I would not. I did not bat an eyelash. I jump into the black hole, and I come out the other side. Okay.
No. Katrina will take a second to actually reestablish a link with her drone that's still outside, so she can get a visual on what the situation around the outside of the building is.
Okay. Where'd you leave your drone?
Let's see. I think last I left, it was sort of hovering above the Capitol building.
Okay. So you have a bird's eye view of what's going on around. You see the 10 Marines on the left or on the west side and the east side. Just as I described, you see all of that. And from this angle, the only person you don't see is Silas.
Okay. Can I see that those two guys that came in to the building have left?
Let's see. They have not. It doesn't look. Granted, there's a lot of dust and smoke.
Okay. So in that regard, Katrina will, sort of as she's moving through the room to find another exit, she will sort of simultaneously control the drone, and I'll bid for that. I'll bid a medic.
Go on.
To basically go down, sort of hovering near the area where she came into the building at.
Yep.
To try and get a better angle of, what if people are still there, and if she needs to, how to distract them from.
All right. So, some clarifications. There's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of dust. And the last time I'm actually going to say all that.
Yeah.
As far as you're aware, that's not a reprimand for you. It's a reprimand for me. As you had dived into this room, the two guys exited the building because there was a flashbang, and then they shot at you. So as far as you know, actually you don't see them, is what it is. You don't know if they've left the building or not. You don't know where they are. Bringing down your drone near that side, before your drone actually gets down there, you can tell there's a bunch of Space Marines there. If your drone comes down and starts kicking up the dust, they will see it. Or they will likely see it. They may not. It's not 100%, but they will likely see it.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Actually, in that case, Katrina I'll use I'll bid the drone to use my new ability, remote hacking,
Okay.
on the to see if I can hack into the soldiers' comms units.
Okay. So as we had talked, that hacking, it's got to have physical contact.
Okay.
But and this is why I was saying when you were specifically doing it, does it have a transceiver or not, right? Because
Okay.
if it has a transceiver, then you can
Ooh.
do things wirelessly. Otherwise, it's like R2D2. So the question is, does it have a short range transceiver?
Yeah, probably like
Okay.
probably like
All right.
less than 100 feet.
Yeah, that's fine. So short range, we're gonna say it's more like Bluetooth range, or
Okay.
near field communication. So it's within, we'll say 30 feet. So a short distance is what it is. All right. So write that down on your sheet that it does have that. This would be attached probably to that trait, or you can just say it's a thing that it can do. And on your next advancement, if you want to make it a trait, you can make it a trait. But it's something you can use, is the point. Okay. As the drone starts coming down, I need details. Where do you put the drone? Also, are you just staying in this room, or are you actually moving into the burning room or out into the hallway that just got blasted?
Katrina, or no, I will, knowing that there's definitely bad guys, at the very least in the vicinity of where I just came from, Katrina, I would opt to probably, the side of the building that's on fire. Do I see any kind of windows or anything?
You are in the southwest room of the building. Okay. You've got a door to your right, which is the room that's on fire. The door's closed. You can feel the heat coming off of it. You've got a room
Okay.
directly in front of you, which is where you came from. That's a hallway, and then you can see across the way there's a door that leads into the northwest room. This is a big, stately room. There's fine tables. There's paintings on the walls. There's like a little smoking section. Like, imagine like a rich person club. Like it is a stately place. There's china all over the place, all the alcohols and such, and a couple computer terminals and everything.
Oh. In that case, actually, Katrina, I'll go over to one of the computer terminals.
Okay. Where's your drone?
The drone, I'll look and see if there's a ledge that appears to be about, within range of the, the soldiers that I'm trying to, get to.
Okay.
And actually, Katrina will basically, when she'll I'll hover the drone over top of that spot.
Okay.
And then cut the propulsion and allow it to sort of fall onto the ledge.
All right. And what are you bidding for that?
For that, I will bid aerial awareness.
Okay. As that's exactly what happens. It sits down on the ledge. It's a little precariously placed, but it sits down. You're very adept at using it. And you're just within range of a few of them. You could probably disrupt their communications that way.
As that's happening, I will I'll bid.
Oh, you don't need to bid. You already did.
Okay.
So
Oh
the
well,
one
then
main.
I
Yeah.
will.
Go on.
I will use the drone to hack into their communications so I can listen in on what they're saying to each other.
All right. So we'll throw down for this.
Okay.
So go ahead and throw down. Threshold to break through their communications. It is encrypted, although it could be a little bit older of an encryption. So threshold is 5. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Silas, what are you doing?
Oh,
You see this little drone land on the building.
we didn't finish mine.
Sorry. We'll get to you in just a minute.
So are there any live soldiers, live Marines around where Dolby and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's 10.
Okay, there's 10. I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
to fire. I'm going to fire at 2 of them.
Okay. Are you shooting anywhere near the leader? It'll be a more difficult shot, but you could shoot at them, or you could just do.
I'm going to go for the leader.
Okay. Shooting him twice, or just 2 Marines?
I'm going to hit him and another Marine that's near him.
Okay. Poor named Marines. Oh well. Yeah. Go for it. So, what do you bid
I'm going to
to
bid
take this
multi-shot.
to take this shot? Sorry.
I'm going to bid multi-shot. It's one of my skills.
All right. As you bid multi-shot to take this multi-shot, do you actually have the ability?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any upgraded?
No.
All right. So, to take the action, you bid one of your traits, which you can bid multi-shot. Now you need to actually activate that ability by bidding another trait. So what trait do you use to activate the ability?
Can I bid my sniper rifle?
Absolutely. Okay.
And that has a...
Because you're using it as a trait, it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
So what's happening is you do your action die, D10, your grace aspect, and because you're activating that ability, it gives you a D8 extra die.
Okay.
This is the multi-shot aspect of it.
Okay.
If you want to add other stuff to it, you can with ninja gear and all that good stuff. So go ahead and shoot. It's pretty far distance, but you have a badass sniper rifle. The threshold will be 5 to hit both of them.
Hit both of them?
Yep.
And that was going to be a D10 and 2 D8s, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then you got your proficiencies and anything else.
I got 4 successes.
All right. So though that is a big ol' miss, unless you can add to it.
Okay.
So the addition would be if you can activate another ability that has upgrades, so it'd give you static bonuses. You can bid up to 2 ninja gear traits that gives you extra dice that you would roll to look for successes. And you've got proficiencies for rerolls.
Okay. I'm going to bid sharpshooter.
For what?
To steady my hand so I can be better at shooting.
Is that
It
an
has 3
ability?
upgrades.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. So it has 2.
Yeah.
All right, so you activate sharpshooter by bidding sharpshooter. Gives you an extra 2 successes. So how many successes do you have total?
That was... Hang on.
She said 4, I think.
4, 6.
Boom. And threshold's 5, so you take 2 shots. Boom, boom. Both land, roll damage.
What is the damage for my sniper rifle again?
Check your. I think you wrote it
1,000.
Something's happening
might-
outside. I don't know what it is. I was like, it's like a bulldozer outside.
Yeah.
That's always a great.
The
sound.
wall just.
We heard a weird scream.
Yeah,
We've got a
we
pretty
did hear
good
a
storm
weird
happening
scream.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I wrote down a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, but that was not one of the things I wrote down.
Okay.
Your
you do have a
your
little bit from
damage?
the last time we touched
Yeah,
it.
what's my damage?
Your damage is.
Oh, I do have a note that just says Beefton, just so you know.
That's
Beefton.
personally.
All right, so sniper rifle damage is 2d8 plus
Okay.
1. It's got 5 ammo in it, so remember to be marking off your ammo.
Yeah.
And it's semi-automatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
right.
is 13 total.
Damn.
Eat 'em.
I think I've got a pretty cool idea for how this will work. All right. As Doom Asterix, poor lieutenant, first lieutenant Asterix, turns and gets clipped in the shoulder, spins around from this sniper rifle. Dolby, you see him lift off his feet and go to the ground. His deflector shield explodes around him. Andrea, we roll me a d4 as one of the other Marines takes a shot in like the hip. You can hear the muffled as he kind of goes down to a knee. Four? Yeah. Skip trace.
So
You
I
were
got
rolling,
five
I
on-
believe.
I got 5 on throwdown, and the threshold was 4, and so I did 11 damage
Goddamn.
total.
And this is a big old, right?
That was a 50, so it was a 50 load, so it was 3d6 plus 1.
And it's 11.
Yep, 11 damage to those 2 guys.
All right. As Skip, you pop around the corner, your big gun, this smart cannon, what is it, the other word? Collapse? Retracts? So what's the, you retract, you have collapse. What's the
Expands.
opposite of that? Expands? Christ's God
Implode.
flies out. You shoot crucifixes. Do. It's like Turok, the dinosaur. Anyway, as your gun aims true, blasting 50 rounds, this thunder of ammunition at these two. One pushes the other one out of the way and takes it all up the side as you see his deflector shield buckled, and he takes several rounds. Ugh. The other guy, stumbling backwards, takes some up the side, and his deflector shield takes some too. Skip, perhaps the feeling of camaraderie you've shared with people in battle. Make a sanity roll. As you are shooting up close and personal at Prime Marines. In every way, they are acting and they look like exactly what you are. And perhaps the thought, have you ever served with them? Do you know who they are?
That's nice. I got 3 successes with flair.
So, this doesn't faze you at all. What goes through Skip Trace's mind? How does he think about this?
Well, they look like me. I may have served with them, but they turned coat. It is their own doing. That puts them on the other side of my gun.
You're going to get a flaw. Something along those lines. It's their own doing. Or however you want to phrase. As you see the one push the other one out of the way. All right, I believe that is all of the players. I believe.
Oh, I also I used I knew I wasn't gonna physically couldn't get enough high enough rolls, so I spent a breath to get to limbo? On the
All right.
on the hacking.
So
How
roll
far
your
out
d10.
are, sorry.
Roll your d10 and put your tallies down. Tell me if it gets a 20.
20? Oh.
What
No,
were you
I
saying,
mean,
Jazzy?
I was just curious how far myself and the mech were from the action at this point.
You guys are behind Dolby. Dolby's about halfway, so you're about a quarter of the way.
Okay.
All
Wait,
right.
what's the tallies for?
The tallies are anytime you spend breath, you roll a d10 and you add up the tallies. Once you get to
Okay.
20, your period of life changes.
Okay. So
All right.
each success is a tally?
No. You just roll
Oh.
a d10 and whatever is on the die,
Gotcha.
you want to roll low.
Okay.
And you can drop proficiencies to make it lower. Yeah. Basically, it's the weight of the world. It's how aged you are. And it delves into sanity and all that good stuff. Okay. Ken, do you have a cat? Is that what that is?
It's not a lap kitty. I've been putting her in my lap for years, but she just wants to be petted. She didn't want any. Like she wants attention. Like she's getting all the attentions that she wants, but she don't want to be in my lap.
Jazzy, Skip, Katrina, Dolby. The ground rumbles beneath you. And it gets worse. Leaves are falling out of the trees. The statue in front of you, Dolby, shakes violently. Katrina, the building is shaking. Stuff's falling off the shelves. Breaking. As Silas, you see around like a monster movie. Around the corner, the northeastern corner of the Capitol, rolls in this 25-foot tall, burning, smoldering hulk of metal on tank treads with these two glowing eyes at the top of its mechanical head as it looks down like War of the Worlds style, tripod style, onto these Marines. And there is no pause. It is with robotic precision. Before it gets to a rolling stop, the high tenor of this anti-personnel cannon, Gatling gun on its shoulder, alights. As you see several of these guys just get mowed down, their deflector shields exploding out as they're like, "What the fuck?" Turning around. 3 of them just get ripped to pieces as Johnny 25 mows through. They scatter in all directions. Being prime Marines, you see that almost immediately they start reacting and going into action. World action.
Johnny 25, you're not alive.
You're not alive.
No.
The lieutenant was not one of the ones that got mowed down. World action. Cruiser is high up in the air. Silas, you have seen how it, while it's high, it's hovering just above the dome.
Damn.
You note one of it's just been sitting there this whole time. For what reason? You can only guess. As what happens, as in what has happened just happened. The cruiser is an ominous threat suddenly. There is something perhaps in the reptilian part of your brain that tells you it's going to do something. Down below, the train is loaded and starts off slowly at first. The Marines are mobilizing on either side. Cutscene. In the mountains, Gostrom is speaking with several of the La Resistance leaders. They are looking at some screens and are just getting wind of what is happening in the city. Some garbled messages and such. Gostrom is looking, seeing this happening, and gets on the horn with someone. Off to the west over the mining facility, the ore has been loaded onto the clad ship, and the ship starts to move. Down below, on the west side of the Capitol, several of the Marines suddenly turn and look at each other as they cannot hear one another. Their communications are scrambled. Katrina, the limbo that you got was you're not able to tap in to or get a clear message of what they're saying, but you're able to scramble a few of them. You will hear a little scramble, and it is this. You hear Lieutenant Asterix. These are prime Marine Corps Marines we've engaged with. Do we continue? And it's garbled. There's a prime Marine Corps. Well, do my fucking face! Sniper! Then you hear, oh my god, what the fuck is that thing? You hear, he has a laser sword! The bad guys.
Redecorate.
I would like to
The
spend
bad guys
cunning.
are doing stuff. Okay.
I'm also spinning cunning.
Good.
I, too,
One of
will
the
be
benefits.
cunning.
The cunning. One of the benefits of spending cunning is you do get to hear a little bit of what they're doing, if you wish.
I would love to hear what they're doing.
Looks like several of them on your side, Dolby, have turned. When I say several, we have 2 are still on you. 2 are headed towards Johnny. And bravely, and they look like Dolby, knowing how Marines are, they're going to go take him down. They have something to do that with, probably, or they've been ordered to do it or whatever. 2 of them are focused on you. The others are regrouping and probably around the lieutenant. So that's what you can see. On the other side, they are regrouping, holding for orders. When they see the robot, 2 of them spin around the north side, and they're going to basically flank the robot. All right, you guys that spent cunning, action is on you.
Are the 2 of them still coming
I'll
after
spend
me?
cunning.
It does not look like they're coming after you. They're holding for a moment. Holding's the wrong word. They're not falling into your trap. They're not chasing you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's obvious. Yeah. You know they're not chasing you. They're fortifying their position. Oh. And Silas.
Yeah.
Since they spent cunning, that cruiser, as you look up, it looks like they're charging their main cannon. Okay. Anyone who spent cunning, it is the action on you. English good.
I'll go first.
Do it.
Again, that building, that Capitol building, will not be around in just a few seconds. I would like to open my comms to an unsecure channel.
Okay.
And I would like to bid. I don't know. I really don't know what to bid, but I'm gonna bid what I am, which is a PMC officer, and I would like to activate my authoritarian presence. Attention, traitorous group of scum that has gone against the SSA and our interests. The deliveries of cobalt have not arrived into the Prime and Sol System Authority. We are here to make that happen again. If you are with the SSA, you are a traitor if you do not comply. Focus your attention towards the traitor Confucius, or be shot down.
This is what you throw down. All right. As you speak this stuff with authoritarian presence, what is it that Dolby is looking for?
I'm either looking for people within their ranks to turncoat, or to open up a dialogue. I'm not expecting a dialogue. I'm expecting a fight. So I'm really looking for Marines that were loyal to the SSA to turncoat.
You mean against their current leaders?
Yeah, because they know.
Okay. Dolby, as you go to an unsecure channel, and maybe that the PMC specifically uses. So it's a broadcast channel for PMC.
Yeah, Tech Zero.
Yeah. Sex Zero stuff. Nice. You get a pip for that. Well done. Okay. And you know that they can, unless they have that channel turned off very specifically, because you know if they're going dark, you can turn it off. But
sure,
it doesn't seem like they would, right? You hear a voice come back. The voice is in voice of a soldier who's been hurt. Doesn't sound dying. Sounds hurt. Who is this? Who is on this channel?
This is the SAA Authority. I represent the Prime Naval Brigade. I represent the Marine Corps. My name is Dolby Newman, and I don't give a fuck.
Oh boy.
Did you say Dolby Newman?
Yeah.
You don't use your
well,
name?
I say First Lieutenant Dolby Newman. I was assigned from what was it? Jupiter base by the Neptune base by my CEO. What is her name? I would know Calabash.
Sarah Calabash.
And their CEO, which is, I'll tell you in 1 second.
Neptune Station is down Laura, but that's not Calabash's.
Yeah, well, Calabash and Commander Donna Laura and Ava Cyrus to complete this mission.
Oh, she's throwing down all the names. All right, who else spent cunning? We're gonna put that on quick pause.
I did.
Who's first?
Go ahead, Cherokee Steve. I thought you were pointing at yourself.
Cherokee.
I was like, Cherokee. Damn it! I was like, I can't figure out how to point in the correct direction.
Cherokee, you're riding a mech. Dang.
So, okay. We've closed the gap at this point, right?
No. NPCs. Your NPCs go on the player turn. The only way for NPCs to go during the cunning round is for someone to spend cunning for them. But you could drop off and run faster than the mech can.
Or you could spend cunning for them.
Yeah.
So I would like, in that case, to spend the cunning for them so that we can. I would like to get there.
Yep.
Because I have something in mind when we do.
Will get you there. As you're next to the statue, looking down, far down below Dolby, crouched down behind the statue as ding, 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 ding. The stray bullet or so hits the mech. Ding, ding. Probably from the paramilitary, still shooting at you.
You do know that I'm about to light up this building. You might want to take cover.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
You guys are about an eighth of a mile away from the building.
Are we trying? All right, boss. Are we trying to evacuate now? like I know we're blowing shit up, but like,
is this really what you guys do? You just sit here and talk? We're out in the open.
I would recommend. I suggest cover
as I'm talking to Nelby.
I have ordered
like get in the tree line.
I have ordered Wilhelm to a railgun the shit out of that building in front of us.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's just wait on the homies. All right, I was gonna jump off and hammer people, and I had stuff in mind. But hey, boss, I like hanging out in the trees. Like, let's do it.
Just giving my people a second. Just giving them a second to like get the fuck out. GTFO.
I'm in cover. Crisscross applesauce next to Dolby.
All right, Cherokee. So you've moved up there. You've dropped cunning for her. You do not need to drop the cunning for yourself. Then you can take back one of the cunnings that you spent. As for her, she got you to the tree line and to Dolby. All right, Skip.
Okay. How tall is this building that I'm standing next
to? The one in the alleyway?
Yeah.
We'll say 3 stories.
3 stories. Oh, okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to retreat back, knowing that they're not coming right now. Hopefully to get to either the end of the building or back behind something, so that way I can position up so the minute they turn the corner, I can unleash on them.
So you're retreating to the west, further west?
Still going to the west, yes.
Okay.
Because that's the way I'm.
All right.
That's the way I was moving, so I'm continuing to go that way.
As you have done cunning, what do you want to bid to take a little bit of control of this? It does not seem like they're chasing you.
Oh, okay.
And we'll say that Skip can realize, since you had that whole scene with realizing they are Marines, they wouldn't chase you unless they were ordered to, because it would not be strategically sound.
Oh, okay. So if that's the case, and knowing that, instead of doing that, I'm going to scale this. I'm going to start climbing up this building.
What do you bid to get to the top, or wherever you want to be?
Scrapper.
All right. Describe what happens and where we.
So as I'm backing back and I don't see them coming around the corner, I take the opportunity to get to the high ground, and I look over to the side, and I've scaled I scaled 2 of these buildings before. I'm like, there we go. That's what they call a ladder on this building, and I start scurrying up to get to the top.
As you get nearly to the top, you look down and you see 2 paramilitary guards. I'm kidding. I saw what you did.
That's like some Metal Gear Solid shit. Like, yeah. Like, I did so good.
Damn it! Not again. They respawn when you go back and forth on the screen. Yeah, you get to the top of this thing. Wave at Silas a little bit.
Yeah.
Silas, I think your building's only 2 floors, 2 stories.
Mm-hmm.
I think Skip's 3.
Ooh.
A little higher. It's next to like a big AC unit. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm going to, at this point, now that I'm up there, I'm going to work my way to the edge, to where I'm looking down upon all of the guys. So I have the high ground, so that way I can rain down from them from above.
All right. With this cunning turn, you're able to accomplish all of this. Okay. Anyone else do cunning?
Katrina.
Me too.
Katrina.
Yeah. So now that I've at least, scrambled their comms and they're distracted a little bit, I will take advantage of the opportunity to hack into the computer terminal that I'm currently in front of.
Okay. As you
with this,
open it up, you see the little login screen.
Yeah. So I will bid a hacker, to start
the hacking process.
Let's see. Yeah, the hacking process.
Got a whole bunch of green letters and like 6-letter words hidden all over through it.
Right.
like Fallout. No.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll say hacker suffices because you are in fact a hacker and you've got a Neuralink and everything. But we're gonna give you a chaos die. So roll a d6. On a 1, you're locked out.
Just like exactly that little screen you get on Fallout. 4.
All right. You are not locked out. As you put in 1, 2, 3, it doesn't work. You're like, God damn it. What could it be? As you see a little post-it stuck to the side of the monitor. It says like Nova, or no, it says like Terra Nova 1.
Mhm.
Turns out that's the password. Tink, tink, tink. You're in.
Oh
God, they use Windows. Windows 23.
Good. Windows is good. But no, immediately I start seeing if I can find a current location for confuse us.
Okay, so everything is backwards because every iteration of Windows, they change the names of everything and none of the buttons work and they suck.
It's on the desktop.
Yeah. You break it in half, cursing violently. What? I'm sorry. Right. Yeah, what are you doing?
I like Windows, no, but I actually probably could. I would probably, assuming I had a mind jack, I would probably use that to navigate these screens.
And you try to find Confucius.
Yeah.
Hacker
Right.
style.
As
like
hacker
the
style
1990s film where it's like a virtual reality interface where you're like flying through different realities.
Yeah.
And then there's just like 2 strange people like voguing in the corner of the
That's
plane.
Oh yeah.
Totally out of context. You're like, what?
As you do the Ninja Warrior obstacle course digital style, hopping along and such, and yeah, you find out Confucius. So Confucius can be in one of 3 places right now. 1, he could be on the train that I've been talking about leaving for 2 sessions. And on that train, peacing out. He could be underneath the Capitol, or he could be in the secret bunker. Well fortified. The bunker. So, which one is he in?
Is it a midnight train?
Yeah, midnight. Yes.
I gotta dog. Like, what?
Your vote is bunker.
My vote is bunker because, like, why would
I know exactly where he's at.
Which one is it?
It's a goddamn bunker, which is underneath his stupid statue of himself.
That would be a pip for you. It's like, this is big. For some reason, it just calls out. Regardless, we're going to find out which one it is. So, which one do you guys want it to be at?
A Western shootout on a train would be kind of sick. But also,
He's not there.
we're also not
Yeah,
there,
we're not-
and I'm literally
we're not
standing
there.
next to the statue with a map.
I mean, I think the
So
train
I'm
is a
just
good idea
saying.
too.
We got
I'm
2
with the
trains.
bunker.
We got bunker.
I'll go with bunker.
Bunker.
Train.
Bunker.
Bunker, train.
Take off.
Woo.
3 bunkers, 2 trains.
Drizzle, what are you choosing?
Oh, I said bunker.
Bunker.
I
All
think
right.
it's 3
All
it's
bunkers.
Hulker.
Hulker.
He said bunker.
Oh,
Okay.
it's 4
I think
4
it's 3
bunkers.
bunkers, 2
So
trains.
we got bunker.
trains.
The 2
is
chaotic
Fortune.
neutrals picked.
Bunker is fortune. Train is false fortune. All right.
Uh-oh.
Who is going to roll the fortune? Who's going to roll the false fortune?
Roll the dice.
D100, right?
I'll roll the false fortune since I'm doing
I got the
it
fortune.
overnight.
Well, you're the one doing the thing, so you can't roll it.
Oh, I can't roll
Shit,
it.
you're right.
No.
Oh, I
Katrina
roll it.
can't.
Well, I got fortune.
That's true.
So who's fortune? All right. So Dolby is fortune. Who's false fortune?
I'll be false fortune.
All right. So the stakes are obvious. Dolby wins with fortune. He's in the bunker beneath the fountain.
Well, it makes him easier to get to, kind of.
Yep.
That's what I was saying. It's proximity, dog. I'm here.
Roll it.
Oh shit!
Mm.
You can't roll lower than
On the
me.
midnight train.
Oh no! What did you get?
I got a 2.
Yeah, 74.
Oh, it's the goddamn midnight train.
Does anybody want to spend a proficiency to change that?
Anybody?
Yes. Where's my sheet at? Like, I'll bid something. I'm gonna bid the real truth.
All right.
All right.
No, because I'm from Prime. And
Well,
I
you don't bid. You have to do a proficiency.
Proficiency.
That's right.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Reroll.
Proficiency.
This was a new scene when we started this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started with,
Yes.
so you didn't use anything
Correct.
until today. You could erase
Okay.
all of the other
Correct.
things except for.
Or except for you can't.
So
Alright.
I'm gonna I'm gonna use learning. I have
Reroll
a
it.
point in learning.
Do it. Reroll that shit.
So
I'm so scared.
does it do both reroll or is it just
Yep.
Yeah, we
one?
both reroll.
Okay.
Oh shit! I didn't roll well. You'd have to roll a lot lower than you did last time.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah,
I got a 28.
I got a 30.
Hey.
This man had me thinking he rolled a nat 1. I was like,
Nice.
you can't roll worse than a 2. I'm like, there's one other option. There's only one.
No,
As
it was-
Katrina,
Like,
Sorry.
as Katrina, you see the trains going, and you see this message like, "Don't leave. What are you doing? No, don't leave. I'm in the fountain area. No, in my bunker." Ah.
Ah. It's like when you hold
And
the
so,
shift
like the
button down too long.
PMC are after us. We knew that they would betray us. We knew that they couldn't be trusted. They betrayed us. As the train's like, peace out. And you're just given lots and lots of lore, which you won't tell anyone. I'm gonna get some water. You guys have some table talk, because I just told you the plot. I'll be right back.
okay, so how close are we to the fucking fountain?
Well, me and
First of-
Obviously, I can see
me and the
it.
mech are there.
First
think,
off,
right?
Katrina, what happened?
Well, you don't know I did anything yet.
Yeah, so you don't want to tell us.
We're table talking. Are you gonna hold on to your secret? How often does the arbiter leave and be like, y'all can table talk while I'm gone? Bitch, we got tea to spill. Hey, I don't give a fuck.
Katrina will actually. I'll get on like the open comms and just be like, "Hey, I intercepted an interesting message between Confucius and a train that's leaving. And I'll send it over now, kind of thing."
And it just kind of like bloops across our screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the
Including the weird,
bunker.
like, air.
He's in the bunker. Good to know.
Fuck yeah.
Katrina, I haven't heard from you for a while. I've got a railgun positioned on the Capitol building, getting ready to fire.
Oh, why would? There's no point in shooting the Capitol building now.
Well, I
We should
mean,
maybe
there's a bunch
point
of
that
Marines
towards the
there.
fountain.
This
How are we gonna get the
But-
fountain open?
at the last part of this message, it says that the PMC betrayed them. Do they think they're actually working for the SSA?
Well, they're not.
Oh,
Maybe.
shit.
But
It's
I
not-
know, but have they been led to have they been lied to and they think that they're working for the SSA?
I didn't lie.
So the
I
people
told
we are
everybody the
shooting,
truth.
They,
With
So the
Well, I
people
know
force.
that
you
we're
said
shooting,
that,
they think that they're the SSA, but they're not.
they're
we are.
answering to someone else, where we
Yeah.
are the actual SSA.
Right.
Yeah, we
And
we
we're
are
about
the
to fuck
SSA.
their
That's
entire
correct.
shit up. Oh no.
So they think they're the
Maybe we could-
SSA.
They're not.
Um,
You guys, I'll click in. You
We
guys
know that
aren't
they're
the
not, but
SSA.
They think they are.
What if we convince them that they okay? Hold on.
I
wait a minute.
tried.
Can
I
we
tried.
convince
That
them
was.
to
I
join
tried to
us?
do that. I literally tried to do that. That
But
was.
you-
that-
you-
No,
don't
no.
know
You were
the
like, I'm gonna
perspective.
shit on you if you don't. Oh no, we're.
I wonder
I
how they
did.
get
I
their
said-
orders. Like, because
I mean, but what do they expect? They expect the SSA to be cold-hearted.
and give them different orders.
Yep.
That's a good call.
That's the
Also, I'm a little bit curious.
expectation.
What, can you remind me what the weird cyborg people are called again? RA
Medics.
Medics.
Medics, thank you.
Exminster.
I'm just curious that if there isn't like a Nedic subplot that's occurring, and that they're essentially using us, the SSA, as like a proxy to conduct business as they please. Is anybody going to stop me? I'm generally the dumb one here. What's going on? It's so quiet. Hello?
No, like I said, I think that they are operating that they think that they're still doing what they're supposed to be doing from the SSA.
But they're not.
Right.
Well, maybe we convince them of that.
Yeah,
Okay,
with bullets.
So that's
and
what I was
laser
saying.
swords.
So Cherokee,
And railguns.
you have my hacking tools. Depending on how they get their orders, if they get them through some sort of text space, it's more of a program based instead of like comms, like from their higher up. You can hack into it. I know it sounds hard, but it's actually not that bad.
This thing has a lot of buttons.
I'm headed towards.
Presets. I have presets, my dude.
I'm headed towards Silas, and if I see any other Marines, I'm gonna order them well done.
What?
As
Oh,
Burgess,
Oh
you are
God,
headed-
no.
Burgess, you head
Oh.
south. You head south, and you get to the building where Silas is. You have to climb to the top to get where Silas is.
It's only 2 floors though, so it's not too bad.
Alright,
Is this still cunning?
Yeah, we're still on the cunning round, and
So
just-
Katrina told me that. How far is? Do I have any people located close to the statue?
no, you were the closest person. You and Cherokee.
Wilhelm, can I spend cunning on Wilhelm? Can you fire on the statue?
No.
The ground in front of the statue.
You see the
With the railgun.
You see the robot. Yes, of course, Dolby, Lieutenant.
Thanks.
It doesn't make that sound. It makes a horrible air burning sound that leaves you deaf and your ears ringing. Thankfully you have on helmets, but it still isn't enough. It actually makes you dizzy, this thing, as it shoots. Ground
That kind of feeling.
rumbles as you hear the ring. People nearby, so this would be Cherokee and Dolby. You guys get to make a
boy.
sanity roll. As this
Do it
railgun
to
shoots
myself.
very close. Skip Trace, will you roll me a D8? Tell me if it is a 1.
No.
Sanity roll is mind, correct?
Correct, mind and your action die. So anytime you throw down, it's your action die D10 and an aspect.
It's dumb, so this is going to be pretty complicated, I would assume.
I got 2.
Deuce. 2 successes?
Yeah.
Yep, that is perfectly fine. Threshold is 1. As you've been in lots of combat before, it hurts. Your ears will probably bleed a little bit, but this is nothing new for Dolby.
What's new? More tinnitus.
That's right.
Can I put it? Can I put a little tick next to my like? Oh shit! It's the wrong character. Never mind.
No,
Senile.
you'd want to gain a flaw.
No, it's a
attached
flaw.
to it.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was saying. A little tick next to
Yeah.
my senile and deaf.
Right. Dolby, as you're turned and you see that statue, where does it get hit?
Oh, at the feet. I mean, right at the. I told him to hit, like just below.
At the base?
At the base.
As you see the first shot, since it's shot twice, the first shot puts a hole through Confucius's dick region.
Yes.
As the statue crumples in, the next shot blows out the base as this SSA salute, clank, nails into the ground, into the fountain. Water explodes out, and it just utterly destroys the statue. Cracks in half. What was your sanity roll, Cherokee Sue?
So, two.
It's a 6 and a 9.
So 2 successes from the.
Yep. Threshold
non-
was just 1, so you pass it. You get a
3
flaw,
actually.
which you know is a trait. The trait needs to have something to do with shell shock or tinnitus or something dealing with combat.
So I'm trying to give you. You're asking for a trait to avoid those afflictions. Is what you're saying?
No.
No,
You
No,
gain
those
that.
are the afflictions.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
gain that trait. As in, you gain a trait. It is flaw. You can bid it. So flaws are just traits that you can use. The difference between a trait and a flaw is that the arbiter can bid it for you.
Okay, so like full of piss and vinegar would
Right.
be an example of flaw.
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah. And you get to decide what that flaw is. All right, Katrina, you're in there. You've hacked in to the comms. You found out where Confuce Us is. The building again rumbles with the 2 shots from the railgun. You see some cracks form in the walls. All right,
What
that was
the-
all cunning. I'm sorry.
I was, acting. It's like, oh, that looks fun.
That was all cunning. Dolby, last moment. I don't think I'm skipping anybody here.
Mm-mm.
The voice from this person who seems like they're in charge, as you have told them to, that they're traitors. Who is this? Oh God! Ah! He like yells. Dolby Newman.
Why does it feel like you're yelling at the mailman?
Can I spend a narrative point that he heard the news about
The news
Whisper
of what?
Base? Or is that too late?
Yeah, you can do that.
I won't say that he believes it or not. I'll leave that up to you.
So he knows that you and your team nuked Whisper Base?
Yeah.
Lieutenant, is that you? Is your team converging on this position?
We are, absolutely, 100%.
Stand down. We are PMC. Marines on a mission.
What's your mission?
There's a moment, a pause as the second railgun goes, boom, and people are cowering down below it. Give me just a second.
So looks like we found the door.
What's your set clearance, Lieutenant?
I have set clearance 4.
Is there some way? There must be some way to confirm that.
Yeah,
What
I
is
can
the way that you
confirm
can
it
confirm
with
it?
the codes in my suit.
Yep.
I hit my little keypad.
As it-
and the keypad, I only have Sec 3 clearance, by the way.
Yeah, but
but-
you're able to spoof the 4.
I'm gonna bid, greater break to go for Sec clearance 4.
Yep. As you do. Oh. Have you heard of Rear Admiral Kiblix?
No, I have not.
There's
You know that
another
you're working
moment.
for the Clad.
Not
There's
working
a
for
Clad.
We're on open channels, Lieutenant.
Oh,
Switch over. As
yeah,
he
I'll
sends
switch
you
over.
a ding, ding. As you switch over, the statue rolls over. You hear him say, "Everyone stand down." You guys notice the Marines pull back. They still have their guns out, but they're not advancing on you all.
I'll message my group. Everybody stand down and find cover.
You hear this guy. He says, "Ah!" As you can see, Dolby, who it is. you're talking to. He's the lieutenant that was shot by Silas. And he's like, one of his Marines is helping him up as he's looking over. He's got like his weapon pushed up against the wall. His back is against the wall. So he says, Lieutenant Dolby, Admiral Kiblix was a traitor. Turns out he was KIA, working for the Clad. Turns out he was a double agent for the SOC and the Clad. It's found out by Colonel Donahue, or Donero. There's like a pause for acknowledgement.
Do I know any of these names, and should I bid to know the names?
These would be bids.
All right, I would like
unless
to bid
you actually do know it.
career to know any of these names.
So Colonel Donero is a lady. She is a war veteran. She's pretty high up there in age. Like apparent age, she's like in her 80s or 90s. Cryo style, she rivals you in actual like time. She is known as the strategist and has been in loads of skirmishes and stuff in deep space. So she's well known. Super high up in that regard. She's the kind of person that would have Sec 5 clearance, or perhaps even higher. Donero found him out, and they put him on ice. Well, it turns out he talked. There are several operatives in the upper echelons of the SSA that are also double agents. There's kind of a pause for acknowledgement.
I acknowledge we have confirmed at least one. What is your can I get a sec clearance verification?
He does. He has Sec 3 clearance.
You do not have clearance for this information?
I know, Lieutenant. I don't have clearance for whatever it is, whatever mission you all are on. But you need to know what I'm doing. We've been working with this rebel leader. You can't see him do the air quotes. It's within his voice. This rebel leader, Confucius. We brought them back into the fold.
We have not received... Go ahead.
This entire colony was ready to go straight back to the Clad and Telmar shipping.
The Clad? Why are you shipping to the Clad?
We really need to talk. Turns out, and there's a moment. It turns out they're having their own kind of civil war.
I understand their own kind of civil war. I have information regarding that. I am not at liberty to give you. I have not been told.
Our orders were to secure this settlement and wait for backup to arrive.
Yeah. Our orders are to get shipping. So if you can message that ship to change their coordinates to ship the Cobalt back to the SSA, we can talk. But until then, I cannot comply with your orders.
You need to know that no one knew that you all had arrived. We thought you were pirates that work
That
with the
is-
Telmar shipping.
That is untrue. We broadcast on open channels that we were to establish trade with the state, with Telmar shipping, and we engaged with combat upon a and I'm gonna bid something. Can I bid something?
Yeah.
Mid sentence.
Yeah, the action is on all of you right now.
All right, I'm gonna bid indoctrinated to send orders to all of my soldiers to ready fire. Just with a click of
Go
a
ahead
button.
and do your your orders. What do you tell them?
Well, I mean, with the orders, I'm just gonna click out. Be ready to complete these Marines from their life. Upon
So we're
my
getting like
order.
a text prompt advisor, basically. Like
You don't have to tell me. I'm not the one who's going to do any of this.
I'm just clarifying.
so I-
this
so I
is what's
clicked it.
happening right now.
I clicked the things. We negotiated with Telmar shipping, as well as with rebels from this planet, to make the same negotiations in place, and have deemed that those negotiations are invalid. With the SSA, you do not negotiate with the enemy. And if you have ever been with the SSA, you do not negotiate with the Clad. You engage, you disrupt, you do not send them our resources. That is what the SSA does. If you choose to disregard and send resources that put our people in harm, you are an enemy combatant. I am willing to negotiate, but I believe that we need to realign the leadership of the planet, because this does not align with the SSA and the needs of the Sol System Authority.
Action is still on you all. What are you all doing? You just got little encrypted messages from Dolby that weren't complete sentences.
Because he was mid-sentence.
This is normal. Like, we understand the weird text. This is like what was it, T9? Like, we're so used to
Yeah.
the garbled nonsense he sends us all that we're like, we know what this means.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys do?
I'm going to ready my sniper rifle at the closest Marines to Dolby.
Okay.
And I am on top of the building, looking down on the Marines on the west side, aimed and ready if they say go.
Burgess?
I'm up with or near Silas. I see Silas point the sniper rifle, and I stop, and I think, and it dawns on me that if I try and fire my fire cannon out of the same room, that it might give the position away. And oh, there's a box right here. I think I'll sit on it.
Fucking
Katrina?
You were so smart.
I now that I inside the computer, I am while they're doing their negotiations or whatever, I am looking to see if the computer happens to have any schematics for the underground bunker.
Yeah, you
Now-
do find the schematics. There's a tunnel that leads west to east, and on these 3 locations, as well as to the air yard.
The conversation.
Katrina
sorry.
would. Oh, I was gonna say real quick. When Katrina finds that, she would transfer those schematics to everyone else as well.
Okay, so you guys in your HUD see a little message. Whoop. And if you open it up, you see the schematics that Katrina found. What were you saying, Skip?
When they went to secure comms, was that secure from him just to Dolby?
That's up to Dolby.
I think when we went to a private channel, that was our channel.
Our
Private
channel? Okay, so everybody's hearing it. Okay.
All right. So Dolby, you've said what
I
you
have
said.
I have a couple of asks. If you can get me on that ship, or get me communication with that ship.
Which ship?
The ship holding the cobalt.
You talking about the clad ship?
Yeah, the clad ship. If you can get me on the ship,
I've never
that'd be
been
great.
on. Never been on that ship.
So you
That
can't get
dealing
on
is
that.
is between Confucius and them.
Well, I think our objective is to take that ship and return it back to the Sol System Authority, because it has Sol System Authority or on its vessel, and I believe that that is your order in this moment. If I was going to make a guess, we need that cobalt back in order to do what we need to do in the SSA.
Well,
You've been
Lieutenant-
away for a long time.
Well, Lieutenant, just so you know, we were here waiting for you all to arrive. If you have orders for us, then that's what we do.
I will send him the orders that I got from Calabash.
Okay, Calabash. Okay, you do. You see him pull it up on his little pit boy, for lack of a better word. This doesn't make quite sense. Do they not know what's going on here?
They do not.
Did they not get any communications from us?
They have gotten no communications. It has been communication dark.
Then there's something that I fear. Someone in the upper brass here. You see some of his Marines actually turn and look at him. Someone's a traitor. Because these communications should have been sent. You should have been up to date. And when you came into orbit, we should have been told. As you see him stand up, as you hear him on the comm, everyone stand down, as his Marines lower their weapons.
All right.
You see him starting to walk limp towards you.
We need to remove Calabash. So, can I take command of your soldiers?
He's walking up towards you. He'll switch to a private, a one-on-one channel with you.
Okay.
He says, First Lieutenant, you have authority in this matter. We were sent here to wait on you. We'll follow your lead. I'll lead my men. However, you need to know, I do have a CO here.
Where is he? And I heard he was in prison.
And I'm not talking about Grimm. He's a madman.
Well, I would like to talk to Grimm.
We can get you to talk to Grimm. But there's Commander Moriarty. That's right.
Yeah.
And Lieutenant Commander Axel. One of them.
Commander Moriarty and Axel are enemy combatants and do not have authority in the SSA.
They're good officers. He finally gets up to you. You see him shink. And he'll actually just speak to you.
Yeah.
What does he look like? This guy, his name is
First
Lieutenant.
So this dude is like hanging out like next to the three of us. We got Cherokee Sioux, which is about 10 feet 11. There's a mech, and I would like to bid. What's her name?
Beatrice.
Colmy.
Beatrice. Colmy.
Nobody remembers her name.
I would like to bid Colmy to Hey, call me. How full of shit is this guy?
Kumi comes out of the bushes in the mech. Ching, ching. She looks down and you see this guy's face. He looks like he looks like a Viking. He's got extremely blue eyes, braided auburn hair that like comes down within the little sock thing in his helm. An oval face. Looks like he's in his 40s. Looks like he's got a tan, so he's been on planet for a while. As Colmy looks down at him, and then back to you, she radios to you. No, she doesn't have a radio. She says from the deal, because she's in a fucking dress and high heels. She says,
In the mech.
Asterix, he's a good soldier. He was never one that... He's never one that made me think he was a traitor.
Right.
But then she looks at him, she says, but he did blindly follow orders.
Axel and
Moriarty.
Lieutenant, we need to
Moriarty.
find out which one of them, if not both.
Axel and Moriarty are literally in my notes of those who overthrow Alexander Bell and our contingent here.
If what you're saying is true, and he'll look up at Colmy, I owe you an apology, and I owe Captain Grimm an apology too.
Can you give us intel on the train that's headed this way?
The mining train?
Yeah.
Supposed to be getting out key members of the state. They do have a government here.
Right.
And
okay.
I don't notice he looks at the broken Confucius statue. They are nominally allied with the SSA. This is an SSA colony. That's one of the things that we did.
Okay. Well, it's good to know.
But it turns out they didn't. He kind of throws up his hands.
I will need to you will need to notify them that they have been under a false commander, and that these leadership roles of were clad operatives, and that
we have 100 PMC Marines here. I command 20.
Right.
Not everyone's going to take your word for it, Lieutenant.
Follow the I mean, you've got orders. You see my orders, and I would like to bid. Can I bid?
You're low, Cherokee Sioux. It's hard to hear you.
Can I bid leadership lies? My trait.
Yeah, to accomplish what?
I would like to get his allegiance.
Yeah. As you bid that, you can see that Lieutenant Asterix believes you, and like he's going to follow you. What he's telling you though doesn't change.
Sure.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Cherokee? Hold on, Cherokee. What are you saying?
I was just saying, by my math, it's less than 100. That was my response.
Kind of cast a look at you. Indeed. Well, that's what happens when we go against our own.
Yeah. I think it's unfortunate the damage has been caused here today, because I did not want to fire upon any SSA soldier. I realize that you will all need to be reprogrammed once you return to Prime.
We all will. He looks up at the cruiser. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I get that. Who's the commander of that ship?
Commander Jade Moriarty.
Oh, how did she get command over a prime naval brigade ship.
She's P&D.
I was not given that information.
He kind of looks. A couple of his men have come up. He looks at him. He shares a glance with Coolme and all of you. That's exactly my point, Lieutenant. There's someone who, not just someone, there are double agents in the SSA. It's one of the main reasons we were sent here, to root them out.
Is there a way to
you can be trusted?
Is there a way to validate those mission details about Moriarty?
You should have an RI with you that can validate everything I've said.
Our RI has been acting up. Our RI was compromised by those in our group that one of our, I suspect, I mean, I pause just for a second. Do you know Ava Cyrus?
He sort of, again, shares a glance with everyone. You've got the set clearance. I don't mean to. I know it sounds crazy, but she's a prime suspect.
It doesn't sound that crazy.
So for the rest of you, Ava Cyrus is like a lauded. She's like a Nelson Mandela in the SSA.
Doesn't sound that crazy. I have my suspicions. I could easily be killed for saying this, and my career may be over. But I believe strongly that Ava Cyrus, as an operative of the Clad, and may have sent us on this mission to make it so that whatever back end ops that we are trying to accomplish with the Clad in order to gain a foothold into the resistance organization is compromised.
All right. So, the rest of you, since it's been Dolby and this guy for a minute, anyone doing anything? Or saying anything? Katrina?
Katrina, I would take advantage of the fact that clearly we're not being pursued anymore to exit the Capitol building again.
You do. Going out the way you came, you walk through several PMC Marines that would have tried to kill you. They look at you leerily, but they give you a nod as you pass by.
As Katrina is walking through them, it's like, hey, no hard feelings, boys, right?
You see a couple of them have like bullet holes in their armor. There's a staff sergeant who has a big head wound from a sniper rifle. None taken. All right, as you guys all get together, unless you're just doing Overwatch, and we montage.
I think that we should stay separate. I am not 100% sold on this guy necessarily, because he has yet to comply to orders. So I'm going to keep everyone at alert. But I would like Telmar, Katrina to join us.
Okay, so we're still in the Dread. We're still in this scene. What do you want to happen?
Katrina, this lieutenant suggests that Telmar Shipping is involved with this shipping that is happening currently. Can you confirm or verify that this cobalt-clad ship is connected to the Telmar Shipping?
I mean, I can look into it for sure.
Would you do that?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Do it. Ask the lieutenant if he has a means of interstellar communication available nearby.
Lieutenant, do you have any communication nearby?
What?
I'll patch Katrina into the conversation.
Who is this?
This is
you see him?
this is our connection and Telmar Shipping, our representative.
Hello there. I'm Katrina Telmus.
Are you right there talking to him?
No, I'm still over by the Capitol building.
Okay, so it's all comms.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need some kind of interstellar communication terminal to establish a link with Telmar Shipping and see if I can get to the bottom of any potential shipping discrepancies in terms with the Cobalt.
You say he'll actually have the helmet up. You say that you're with Telmar Shipping?
I mean, I'm heir apparent, but I haven't been involved in daily operations for a few years now.
He puts it on mute, looking at you, Dolby. Lieutenant, do you have an operative of, or a representative of Telmar Shipping with you?
I do.
He looks taken aback. Huh. Well, that could actually
an proximal connection. Don't get too excited.
That could help quite a bit. For an interstellar communique, we'll have to go. He looks at the burning building. The building's not quite safe. There's the bunker.
You mean that bunker that we just fired a couple of real gunshots at? Well,
there's also the airfield.
Why don't you radio your supervisor saying that you've eliminated the threat? I will order my troops to vanish, and let's continue the conversation.
It's possible. However, you see those gnats, as you see every so often one of the those small shuttles zoom, zoom, flying up. The PNB are going to know. I need to talk to my CEO.
At this point, do understand that your CEO is a suspected traitor.
Well, then we need to talk to them all together.
You understand my position. I've got a mission to accomplish. I want control of the clad ship, which, as you can see, it's not easy for me to do. I do not want to harm people, but I have a lot of power, and I can cut off water supply to this.
He just arcs an eyebrow at you.
Yeah, no,
Lieutenant, I know exactly who you are. You don't need to threaten me.
Yeah, so I don't want to.
I also don't have authority. I'm not a governor of this place.
Okay. Why don't you have give me a place where I can put my little buggy over there that is safe.
Turns and looks at the little?
Yeah, well, I mean, it needs some repairs. So
I don't think you're going to hide that thing anywhere.
Yeah, well,
especially with the PNB cruiser watching it.
Why don't you say that you've acquired control over the unit and that you're going to take it in for repair? And
fair enough.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and radio that you've secured the area, that the La Resistance has been thwarted, and
who
all is well.
Who?
the resistance. You know, the
I don't know who that
traitors.
is.
The
Never
traitor.
heard
You
of
don't
them.
know the traitors? Like
No.
the people. The uprising has been put down. Why don't you say that?
Uprising. He kind of nods at you.
Why don't you radio your commander? And say
You mean
the
La Resistance? Oh, yes. I see. Right. You know that's not who they thought was attacking.
Who they think was attacking?
I told you. Pirates. Mercenaries that work with Telmar shipping.
Yeah. Well, I got
That's
the
how
daughter.
that's how they
I got the granddaughter of Telmar himself right over here. So I have to say that you could do a DNA test. Would you please just tell your CO that you have squashed the rebellion. Everything's okay, so they can stand down.
I'll say that we have the situation under control.
Thank you.
He turns away and starts walking away. He turns back.
Oh, I'd love to hang out with you if you're the CEO. I think we should stick together for the short term.
Dolby, I know well enough not to trust you. You're a bloodthirsty warmonger. I've heard the stories. I know what you did in Whisper Base. He looks over at Cherokee. I know what you all did. But I believe you.
So you want to know my favorite thing about what you said is? That you honestly think that you would have responded differently in the situation that we were put in. Now prance off and do your thing, and we'll handle this later.
He nods. Cherokee Sioux, you were a sergeant one time, weren't you?
Do you realize how much bigger I am than you?
You see his Marines kind of like look at you and square their shoulders.
I'm going to take 2 steps forward real fast.
You need to get your private under control, Lieutenant.
Private.
For
Enough.
I believe you. However, there's 80 more PMC Marines who know how to follow orders.
Yeah.
Who will bring down hell upon you.
As you can see, my orders are no.
Make no mistake. He
no,
just shouts out over you. Make no mistakes. Like, I'm not gonna actually shout. You see, he's gotten mad. You hear the mech. Zing, zing, zing. Tense moment. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna look at.
Katrina will cut in on the comms.
Go ahead.
And say, ladies, I'm bigger than both of you, clearly. Can we all just get along?
I'm gonna look at Beatrice. I'm gonna say, Beatrice, don't you outrank him?
I used to.
Well, put him in line.
She looks over at him.
I'm gonna conscript you into the Prime, back into the Soul System Authority as an honorary Marine. I know it's not Prime Naval Brigade, but that's all I got.
Honorary Marine. As she looks over, she could be an attaché. As she looks over, Lieutenant Asterix, and she just kind of gives him a look as he nods. I can't believe we fell for a turncloak for 5 years. And he starts to walk off. He's on chatter, and I'm not going to NPC with myself.
Sure.
He's on comms, obviously doing something, as he shuts his helmet.
And then one last comment with him. I need my people to be protected, I need you to act like all is fine while we regroup.
He turns, and now through the speaker. The best way for that is to put your insignia back on. That way you don't just look like mercenaries.
Okay,
Factory.
officers.
Factory is a good spot.
Privates, let's go back into Prime Naval Brigade. Will you give me one of your soldiers for each one of my guys so we can blend a little better and have some verification?
Does the point thing, and you each get a soldier. A Marine.
At
I'm just gonna put my arm around my Marine, just like a cute little guy. Like,
Wait, I do too?
I point to one of them.
All right, and we montage. So, where do you guys go?
Confucius is in the bunker.
Yep. As far as you're aware.
I would like to have the Marines that are there guide us to the bunker.
So you all
I'm
get
gonna
together.
come down from where I am and meet everybody.
So you all get together and go to the bunker, right?
Yeah.
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 All right. Zoom montage to the bunker. It's blowed all to hell. The bunker itself is scorched and damaged, but it's completely intact. It's down under the ground and is made very well. As you walk down these broken stairs to this door, one of the Marines will say that it is Asterix, puts in the code to the little keypad, turns green, first door opens up, and you see it leads into essentially a man trap. So think of an airlock, and then there's a second door. You can expect that the door will close behind you, and then you have to verify to go further into the bunker. How do you want to deal with the situation?
We've got the mech with us. Is that correct?
The mech will not fit in the bunker.
Oh, but can the mech get close enough to that second door to where they can use the mech to like block the door open?
Yeah, she could squeeze around. It'll have to go like on all fours and like just be this colossal thing that like a huge metal groundhog.
Do we have
like oil of slipperiness and
can
put
I
it on the
spend it-
mech so it can get through?
Can I spend it a narrative point and say that there's some big rocks and debris that
there's
we
lots of debris.
like big
There's
rocks that
half
we
a
can
statue
wedge
over there.
that door open just in case it wants to close. We can put more rocks and stuff.
Oh,
like
sure.
in the
And
way.
the mech can just hold the door open too.
Yeah.
Yeah, as that's what she does. She's sitting there with the door open and has wedged some rocks in there too.
Okay.
As you guys move into the man trap, Asterix on the keypad enters in the code. You hear a shunk as the door opens about this much and then stops and a screen appears. You see a guy who kind of looks like Guy Fawkes mixed with Fidel Castro. He's sweating. He has a cocktail in his hand. It's kind of shaking. Looks like he's like 3 sheets to the wind, perhaps. Sitting at a really big desk as he swivels around. Asterix. Asterix, is everything okay? Did you get him?
We got him.
He looks back at you, Dolby. Yes, sir, Confucius. We've got him. We linked up with some other Marines. The rebellion, he looks at you, has been contained. What about that big mech? What about the big one? I want the big one. The action's on you guys. Anybody do anything?
I would like. Is Katrina is there?
Yeah.
Katrina, can you take control of all of the computers in this room?
Maybe. Let's see. Katrina will basically start, doing some quick hacks. And for that, I will be Tech Mage.
Oh.
I'll
Go ahead and
watch.
throw down.
I'll watch Confucius if he makes any moves, and I'll be like, "So what are your next orders, Confucius?"
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm
Who
your
is this,
new s-
Asterix?
I'm your new. I'm your new Marine lieutenant, first lieutenant.
I've never seen you before.
I know, it's amazing how we can rise through the ranks.
Where do you bid, Dolby?
I'm gonna bid no fucks, which is one of my flaws.
And what are you trying to accomplish with this?
I want to see his reaction. I'm kind of doing it sardonically. I'm definitely
He's incredibly paranoid.
being a little bit bully, but I'm also being a little sarcastic. So
yeah, you gather he's incredibly paranoid.
I'm playing on his paranoia.
Okay. As you play upon his paranoia, he gets more paranoid. What? What? Who is this, Asterix?
Didn't you know that your Marine Corps folks, that we just give ourselves our own promotions now?
Katrina, what'd you get?
3 successes.
All right, as you start hacking in, it is taking a little longer than you thought it would be. You're finding a lot of roadblocks. This system seems to be more difficult than the one you hacked into before that had the password on a sticky note on the monitor. Threshold for this is 7.
Oh, am I okay?
Can I assist her?
I don't know if
You know
Dolby
what?
can assist in the hacking.
You know what?
What about-
Does
Screw it.
Dolby know
I'm
how to
gonna
hack?
spend a breath.
No.
Breath.
All right, that's
Do
Limbo.
breath. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, roll your d10, do your tallies. The rest of you are kind of sitting there.
I was
Not a
gonna
lot I
say
can do in that.
this Silas.
Let's say contextually, I'm sitting in front of Confucius right now, right?
Does
I'm with
Silas
Dolby.
have any help that he could give Katrina?
With the hacking tools. So here's the thing: Cherokee currently has the hacking
Oh
tools.
shit, I'm in the
You
room.
guys are
Yeah.
in the same room together.
Yeah, you're
You guys
all
are
in
big-
this little man trap.
Sorry, my
You're
dog is
talking,
probably pushing
you're
me.
talking to
Together.
Confucius on a screen.
Oh, I thought Confucius was
Katrina,
in
are
the
you
room.
within like arm's reach of me? Can I just hand you the hacking tool?
No, Confucius isn't in the room. Okay, I'm going to
No,
re-describe all of this.
Katrina.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a man trap. Hold. There's a man trap tunnel. The entrance is being held open by Colmy in the mech. You guys go into this. Does everybody know what a man trap is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It's like a little airlock so they can
No.
shut the doors and keep you there. There's another door. It's open about this much. It stopped.
Oh,
And a screen opened up, and you see on the screen Confucius, who is obviously very paranoid, and Dolby is making him more paranoid.
yeah. No, I thought we were in the same room with him, and I was doing something.
No.
If we were not in the same room, I would actually complete. Can I spend a pip and say that I handled that whole situation completely differently?
We'll just say you do it differently. So, yeah, you're sitting there talking to the video.
We need to evac you. This building has been compromised, and I look at the other lieutenant.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
just gonna give a thumbs up.
What do you bid? You gonna aid?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, he can have my. You can have my. Mind or wits? What do you want, Dobby?
Whatever's higher.
They're the same.
Mine.
That's why I said pick one.
I'll
Give
go
me
with
three.
wits.
Three,
We'll
two,
go with
one.
wits.
Do mind. Okay.
Wits.
All right, mine. So it's a D6,
mine.
just so you know.
All right, that's good.
All right. Go ahead and throw down. Anyone else who wants to aid him, you can. Katrina, as you do breath,
I will aid
you
him.
gain. Okay. What do you bid, and which aspect do you give him? You tell him the die type. You go to limbo. You gain some control over the computer systems. However, it's a yes but situation. You're doing so with your Neuralink, right?
Yes.
It gains some control over you.
Oh,
As you hear a voice in your head, an RI speaking to you. Excuse me. Who are you?
I'm Katrina Thomas. I'm here to help.
It's actually the best thing you could possibly say. Oh. Dolby, what'd you get?
and I don't know what the threshold is. So right now I have 1 success, but I can do things to augment that.
I would do things to augment that. You're attempting
so-
to convince Confucius to open up, right?
Yeah. So I would like to bid one of my gifts, which is unscathed. If he looks at Dolby, like there are no scratches on him. He might be covered in blood, but he's definitely like he's definitely his face is, he's cleaned off. He's not out of breath necessarily. He's not on quirt anymore. He's gotten through the battle pretty even keel, having bid calm under fire, leadership lies. It's very matter of fact. So unscathed is kind of where I want to be comfortable, and I want to talk to this person in a way that puts him at ease. So where I was trying, because I thought I was in the same room with him, I want him to be more paranoid because he might make a mistake.
Right.
But now because I haven't acquired connection with this guy, and I know that I'm a new person, I want to lean heavy on my fellow lieutenant, saying, we're still under some threat. We've mitigated most of it, but this building is
Wait, are you actually saying
compromised.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Is Katrina with us, or is she still far away?
Yeah, everybody is there.
Okay,
Yep,
so I'm gonna hand Katrina the hacking tool real quick while he's talking
Okay.
to.
Do that.
Just because I don't know what the fuck to do with it anyway, so Katrina could get more use out of it.
Little Game Boy. All right, Burgess and Skip Trace. Are you guys doing anything? I mean, this is very Dolby centric, but I want to make sure you guys get a moment. All right, waiting will not get you anywhere. Right
I was
now. Oh, aiding. Okay, aiding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he said waiting. So that's my bad.
Yeah. Skip, anything from you?
No, I'm sitting in the room. I have my big gun sheathed, but my hand is very close to my bowie knife in case I need it.
Dolby with 1 success.
Oh, I would like to. I bid. What was that thing that I bid? Unscathed. Can I
Unscathed, right.
have that activate my authoritarian presence?
Sure.
Which
Hulker.
gives me 2 additional successes, so that's 3 successes.
Okay.
How many more do I
Hulker
need?
was aiding him. What aspect die did you give him, Hulker?
I'm giving him wits, which is a D8,
Ooh, you're
and
smarter than me.
I'm bidding my set clearance 4.
Nice.
So I'm gonna spend a proficiency to. We're gonna
to be
call
clear,
it-
that one success was with the D6 help that I gave you in the beginning, and
Oh, I mean, I have 3 successes, but I'm going to spend a proficiency, which is a fabrication.
Yep.
And that is going to do absolutely nothing for me. And I'm gonna spend an expression proficiency to see if that'll help. What is the threshold I'm trying to meet here?
I haven't told you.
I know you still haven't.
Nope.
I've rolled a 3 times in a row.
All right. Well, I will tell you. Threshold is 4. However, because you have Lieutenant Asterix there with you, I dropped it down to 3. So you're at limbo right now.
Can I bid my suit, which now has the PNB?
Fair. Yeah.
Or
So you get that extra
PNC
die.
to get the extra
Do it.
die.
Yep.
That is 2 additional successes.
All right. Boom. So you get a narrative point since you beat it by 2. As Confucius, looking back and forth, it's this painfully long, drawn out thing. He makes another drink or 2 and sips it. Has a little conversation with Asterix for a moment. He was obviously getting restless. All right, well, come on in. Come in, but leave your weapons outside. As you see,
Oh yeah.
the door.
I pull my pistol out and I put it on the floor.
As the door opens, Katrina, in your head, Talmar shipping.
Yeah.
Usually we don't get representatives in the flesh.
Well, this particular incident seemed important enough to come and observe in person.
As you guys walk in to this opulent room, sort of a waiting room, you see out ahead, it looks like there's a board room. Off to the right, this is all this one level underground bunker. So a board room off to the right, some hallways and stuff, and what seems to lead to a great double doors and beyond the realm of Confucius. As you get there, there's a huge emblem of Novus Terra and the SSA sort of combined. Opening up the doors, you see several people in here, a few paramilitary, a high-ranking PMC, someone or another, a couple PNB people, and at this enormously oversized desk, dwarfed by it, you see a man who's about 4.5 feet tall, with the beret and the goatee, and the desk is covered in drank martini glasses. As he turns, spinning, you see from the top part, he has, the button-down guerrilla warfare style jacket on. But as he moves around the desk, you see he's wearing boxers and flip-flops. In his other hand, he has a huge gun that's like gold-plated and has like rhinestones on it. It's just ornate as fuck with pearl handles. As he's like, come on in, come on in. And that is where we're ending tonight. Unless Dolby just cuts him in half, and then
I think that's a good place.
I would say that's great.
So,
I mean, I would get a major goal if I just cut him in half, but
well, if my major goal was to stop Confucius from running away, did
You
I
did it.
technically? Okay,
You did it.
then I got a major goal. Mark it down, Holker.
Mark
My-
0.
Marker down.
my major goal is
Got
to
a minor
unseat
goal.
Confucius did I unseat him by being in this proximity, or is he still in power?
He is technically still in power.
But if I make him my proxy,
To
haven't-
unseat Confucius.
to
It hasn't
unseat
been unseated yet.
Confucius, yeah, all I have to do
does still
is cut
do
him in
both.
half. I have proximity, so unseating him is bidding him to my will.
You
I mean, is
haven't
he
done
technically
this.
standing up?
No. Next game, we'll see what you all do.
All
Yeah,
right,
you haven't
good.
done it this game.
So I got a minor goal because we kept Cooley alive. That was
Yep,
Nice.
Yep. That's good. She was in
and
a dress.
I have
Now a mech.
and now Nick, I have extract / eliminate the threat. Like as us either leave or we eliminate the threat. Since we still are working on Confucius's deal, have we technically eliminated the threat?
No.
Okay, so then I got a minor goal.
I got a minor goal that's find Marines. I think we found them.
Yeah, that you did. And
Yeah.
Katrina, you got one too?
Yeah, mine was find Confucius.
Yeah.
Find out where he is.
Yeah, Dolby and Cherokee, the real question is Confucius even in charge?
I'm guessing not, but
I was gonna say I had a weird like tinfoil hat rant earlier, so it's like I think it's aliens, dog, and I'm just gonna cower in the corner until we cut to black.
So right now I have Skip Trace with a major goal, Katrina, Cherokee, and Dolby with minor goals.
That's
Yep.
us at 19, right?
So I
Holzer?
get a. So I get a breath, an experience, and what else? Or is that it?
So minor goal is 1 pip, 1 cunning, 1 breath, 1 experience.
Okay. So just the
And-
So the bottom roll basically.
Yeah.
So you just get 1. Okay.
Yeah.
That's easy to remember.
Major goal. Everyone gets a pip, so everyone got that because Skip Trace got a major goal. So everybody gets a pip.
What happens if
Skip,
you have more than 5 pips?
You have
you
to drop
can't.
the load.
You
Okay.
drop the load, and 5 of them go away, and you gain a trade.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Uh,
I'll do that.
So Skip, you gain 2 XP,
Mhm.
all of your cunning, and all of your breath back. And everyone gets a pip. Remember, if you get the 3 XP or more, you cash it in.
Yeah.
And
I've
advance.
got an advancement for next
Cool.
game.
Holker, you are ready. All right. Few questions. So next week, we will take a break because Ken will be traveling. But it's the next 2 weeks, right, Ken?
Yep.
So what I would like to do, I'd like to take 1 week as a break. Potentially, we can get Drizzle. If we can get the technology to work, then Drizzle can actually stream. So my plan is 1 week is a break. The next week is we're actually doing a one shot. It won't be into space because we want everybody there. But I guess we could do like a little side scene. But I want to actually do a game. But I want one of the weeks to be a off. So here's a question for you all. Which would be better for you all to take a break? Would it be next Monday, the 13th, or the 20th?
To be honest, it's probably going to be better for whenever Ken has time to teach me how to do the thing. Because if he doesn't have time to teach me how to do it by next Monday, it may have to be the Monday after.
Right.
well, I won't. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
off.
he'll
the
be gone.
grid.
So
I'm out.
we'll figure out something. What would be better for you all, the 13th or the 20th, to play?
Yeah, not really. Either.
Okay,
Either's
Cool.
fine. So just kind of let me know how it develops.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So what we'll say then, I'll message you on Discord. I'll message everybody on Discord, and Jazzy, I'll actually message you via text about next week, if we're gonna game next week or if we're just gonna take a break. Okay. We'll decide.
Absolutely.
One last bit of business. Business.
Stand on business.
I just lost my fucking train of thought. Oh, right. Business before the after hours. Right. After hours. Thank you, Ken. That's exactly what I was thinking. We're going to do the after hours right after this. Take like a 10-minute break. If you can make it, make it. And for all of you, we're going to stop the stream, for the break time. Don't leave because I want to discuss.
Oh, we don't stop the stream
idea.
anymore. We figured that out.
Oh, just keep on going. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll go off, but I want to talk. So don't just leave. Okay. So everybody say bye.
Bye.
Everybody who
do the outro.
we're gonna do the outro.
Yeah,
You
it's-
do the
we got
outro. You do
It's
the
just-
outro.
It's gonna happen right now.
Do
Yeah.
it.
You ready?
So,
Do it.
real quick before Harry Bunkum said, Hackers is actually based off of a documentary from a few years ago called